And a very good example were wooden facade claddings, which are traditionally used in many parts of the world. So, and also for some previous constructions, as we can see here. So, therefore, wood has to compete with a lot of other different building materials, and therefore the relevance of service life prediction increased both in for public tendering and in the private sector. Especially for engineers and architects, knowledge about the expected service life is important, especially for the design process, the one hand, and the calculation and realization of the construction process. Therefore, precise knowledge of the expected service life is essential for a decision pro wood as a building material. But the durability of wood needs to assure sufficient functional and aesthetic service life, because wood has to compete with a lot of other cladding materials. Therefore, the topic of this study concentrates on the durability of wooden facades, which is dominated on the one hand by its moisture performance and occurring moisture loads on the other hand. So therefore, the objectives of this study were to assess the moisture performance of wooden facade claddings and the calculation of the expected service life respectively. Also, factors influencing the service life had to be investigated, and they were namely the impact of wood species and exposure on the moisture performance and service life, and also the influence of design details. Therefore, we had three test assemblies in our study, and first there was a combined facade decking element made of 11 different wood species relevant for the European market, set up at the test site in Hanover, Germany, to investigate the impact of wood species on service life and moisture performance. Secondly, 3 years of measurements were carried out at a timber-made test house, oriented to the 4 compass directions, and with 3 different wood species where measurements were made in different heights. In the third place, the impact of different roof overhangs were studied on a timber-made test wall in Tastrup, Denmark. Regarding the moisture performance indicators, the number of critical days with moisture content above 25%, which can be seen as a critical limit for the onset of fungal decay, were determined. Also, the wood moisture content data and temperature was applied to a performance model to calculate the dose resulting out of their effect. And afterwards, the estimated service life was calculated using a mean decay rating of 2, according to EN 252, as a limit state corresponding to a critical dose of 670. So now let us start with the results for the combined facade decking element. And as a result, significant differences